This is the Warm Succulent Centerpiece Kit. This kit is a regular price of $89, and today and tomorrow it's on sale for $76, so April 26th and 27th. This kit has all the things you see here, starting off with the beautiful 9.5-inch antiqued red stone bowl with a white rim. It's a beautiful terracotta style
Rustic.
bowl with a drainage. And it also includes 1 block of our floral foam, high quality floral foam. We're going to use 2 burgundy sedum picks, a Real Touch succulent pick, which one is that under? Oh, this one with the red pointy. Yep.
Okay.
A String of Hearts spray, a Plum Perfect aloe pick, that big one, the small Marietta finger succulent, the green, there you go, the purple tip blue sedum succulent, and the purple tip finger succulent, and a UV Protect fern bush in green.
There we go.
Optional add-on is some moss that is linked in the kit description, and if you like any of these components, all of the items used are listed in the Warm Succulent Centerpiece kit description.
So here is the bag of sheet moss. You can use it for orchid designs, you can use it for succulent designs. It is preserved and it is dyed and it is not crummy. It's nicely preserved. So you've got a good quality, the best you can buy actually, that sheet moss. And then we're going to use part of a foam block. We don't need the full foam block, but we need almost all of it. Here you can see how much I've removed from the end. And that one I'm going to glue right down into the pot so it stays put. We're always in the habit of gluing our items since we transport, obviously, shipping and moving them around. So I've got glue on the corners. The corners are going to hit the planter, and that way I avoid the center where there is a hole. So this planter, if you wanted to purchase individually, could actually have real succulents in it, real garden plants, what have you, pansies, something like that would be really amazing in there. So then I do put my moss on first in this case, and probably could have benefited from some bigger pieces. I don't know if some of it went missing.
It might have.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. Stretch it the best you can.
Okay. There's a little bit more over here. Okay, we have some small pieces. Fortunately, in the bag, you're going to get some nice large sheet moss pieces. My big pieces are not all here. We're not going to go find them. So we're going to pin them down with a little greening pin to keep it in place. Not a necessary step because you'll be pinning them down with your placement of your succulents through. All right, there we get it outlined a little bit with some moss. Now I would say it's important to fan this little guy out. This has a stem that's short. I didn't cut it. And it is a non-wired product. So these little pieces of leaves are on non-wired vines. And I think the best result here is to just plant it smack dab in the middle and pull the trailers around so that you kind of have a starburst of maybe 5 areas. Get that a little bit fanned around. It's good that it's trailing over the edge of the bowl. I think it really creates a lot of interest that it trails onto the table. I like that look myself. And because there's no wire in it, it's just best to leave it all attached to the base stem. One of these guys fell out, so I'll glue him back on. Okay, once you get that step done, then you'll be able to work your succulents in kind of right over the top. I'm going to try not to press them down, but work between them. And you don't need to glue your succulents if you don't want to. They'll certainly stay easily in this design foam. This is an interesting one. It's a natural touch plant. You can see how pliable and soft it is. I like that. We have to look for color balance here. So when we're doing this, we're gonna want like a blue and opposite each other. If you work your colors opposite each other, you're gonna have a nice balance to your design. So let's lay out this blue tip sedum going one direction, placing that stem near the center. It's not smack dab in the center. This one is. And the finger succulent, that's the same color. We're gonna go out this direction, midway here. So we have some balance in color. And then this little guy, he's going to be seated off over to this side. You gotta push them down pretty firmly. They have thick stems, so they take a little bit to press into the foam. And then we have the baby. He's going to go opposite the brown tipped one. A little asymmetrical look. So we have a center, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in a quadrant around the center. Pretty easy. This bright sedum color really is showy, but the other thing about this stem is there's wire in it, so you can actually pull it apart into 3 segments. I'm not gonna disassemble them. I'm gonna cut them shorter, and I'm gonna tuck them in there kind of between the outer succulents and the middle succulent. And by laying him in that location, you'll be able to fan that color around on both sides of the centerpiece here. Fan it into 3, cut him off a little bit, and pop him over to the side here. Okay, that works well. And then the extra greens that we've provided with that fern just really amps up the interest and fullness factor. This one I would cut all the little parts off, and if you cut them leaving as much of the extra wire as you can on the bottom, that is going to ensure that you have something to stick into the plant, into the foam. This might be best with glue. Since these are short little slick stems, they wouldn't stay as well in the foam minus the glue, but they probably would hold okay. And that's going to help fill out the sides in the gaps between. It also has just a really good shape for adding interest. It has broken up all the round objects here. Adds a little spikiness. Trying to really get it sunk in there so it doesn't wiggle itself loose. There we go. Now I've worked in 4 pieces in the gaps between my succulents. And number 5, I'm gonna just decide where is my next biggest hole that it could use and benefit from this, and we'll just place it there. Pick a spot in the middle and pop it in, depending on how it looks at your house. Very full, filled all the areas in. Still have all the little trailing vine peeking through. If you want it to show a little better here and there, you could lift it back up over top of something if it got hidden. It's sticking out pretty well over here. Okay, let's take a look. There we go. In the round, some nice trailers, and your moss, if you bought that, will be showing in between the succulents. So this is a design that does benefit from having that green moss in there. It ensures you don't have to overfill with expensive succulents because it's okay to see the green moss.
And that string of hearts is so fun in that planter. I love it. Just want to put that on my patio table. Beautiful.
Very cute.